Welcome to Model Drawing Part 2. We're just going to do some practice problems to show what they will look like with the lower elementary grade students. Okay, the first one, 5 birds are sitting in the tree. 9 more birds fly to the tree. How many birds are in the tree? So we're going to start out. And again, we start out with actually drawing every one. So we have 5 birds in a tree. Again, remember I said at first you will want to use concrete objects. You might actually have erasers and bird shapes. So we have 5 birds. Now we need to add 9 more birds to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now a kindergartner or a first grader is probably going to need to count every single object now to know that there are 14 birds. But they're going to be practicing building that model drawing at a young age. Okay, I fed 2 ducks in the pond, so I feed my 2 ducks. Again, use your erasers or something for to be 2 ducks. And then I fed 3 more and then get 3 more objects. We will have to count them again because we're in kindergarten. So I will have 5 ducks. Again, you start concrete with those little ones. All right, Emily caught 9 potato bugs. So we have 9 bugs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bugs. So we draw 9 of them, we put them in a line, but 5 of them crawled away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got rid of 5 of them. We have 4 bugs left. Use those counters, use those erasers, use the little toys, but have them line them up and practice doing these models concretely. Okay, Sam has 8 fish in his fishbowl. Again, draw your 8 fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then put 3 more in. All these are perfect problems for kindergarten and first grade, and they're actually learning how to do a tape diagram. So 8, 9, 10, 11 fish. All right, there are 4 frogs on a log. Get out those 4 little frog erasers. And then 4 more hop on the log. And we have 8 totals because 4 plus 4 equals 8 frogs. When kindergarten and first grade teachers do this, they're actually teaching the beginning of bar modeling or tape diagrams. All right, Ben had 5 nuggets. His dad had 9 nuggets. How many more nuggets does his dad have? This one is actually a comparison. So his dad has 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ben only has 5. Notice, I've said before that make sure they're the same size so that you can compare them. I do put a starting line here to make sure that my lines start evenly. So I know Ben has 5. I know the dad has 9. Here's what I don't know is how many more. And when I've lined them up, you can count them and see he has 4 more. So the dad has 4 more nuggets than Ben does. Okay, now we're getting into bigger numbers, so we're going to quit drawing every single one because that would take too long and the kids would get lost in their drawings and never get the math. So Jack had 17 Lego minifigures. His brother had 25 Lego minifigures. How many do they have? So this is a part whole. So Jack has 17. His brother has 25. That's my part. We need to find out the whole. So 17 plus 25 equals 42. And again, you're going to have to teach them strategies to solve that. But that would be your algebraic equation. Okay, there were 7 eggs. We used 2 for breakfast. How many eggs are left? So our total was 7. That's our total. We used 2, so part of this is going to be there, and I'm going to put diagonal lines to show that they are gone. So we have a question mark there. So question mark, some number plus 2 equals 7, or this shows relationships really well. 7 subtract 2 equal 5. That's one of the great advantages of bar models is they show the relationship between addition and subtraction. So we know there are 5 eggs left. Okay, the pet store is having a sale. Puppies cost $14, kittens cost $8. How much would you spend if you bought a puppy and a kitten? Well, that would be my 2 parts. So one part is a puppy at 14. One part is a kitten at 8. They want to know the total. So it's just an addition equation, 14 plus 8. And then you've taught them a strategy to solve that to get $22. Okay, 50 children go to the zoo. 20 of them ride the train. The rest ride the carousel. How many children rode the carousel? So you have a total of 50. So that's our grand total is 50. One part is 20. We want to know how big the other part is. So our equations would be 20 plus some number equal 50. Or the relationship between subtraction would be 50 minus 20 equals some number. So the answer would be 30 children. Again, the great part about bar models is they show the relationship between addition and subtraction because it has a picture to help us out. Okay, Eliza has $15. This amount is $7 less than she had yesterday. How much did she have yesterday? Anytime they start sounding like this, pictures help them make sense. So I'm going to do a today and yesterday. So today she has $15. This is $7 less than she had yesterday. So that means she had more yesterday. And we know it's 7 more. So this we know is 15. And we know she had 7 more. So this is what we want to know is $22. Notice how easy that is when we say, oh, it's 7 more than yesterday. So we just need to take what she had and add the 7 to it. Okay, an ice cream truck sells 15 popsicles, 13 snow cones, and 17 ice cream sandwiches on a hot summer day. How many treats were sold that day? It's still a tape diagram, only instead of 2 parts, we have 3 parts. So 15, 13, and 17. Notice we can add 17 and 13 together and get 30. Plus 15 is 45 treats. Now again, your students aren't going to solve them this fast, but we're working on drawing the bar modeling, not the mathematics of solving their equations. Okay, Kate read a 95-page book in 2 days. She read 49 pages on the first day. How many pages did she read on the second day? So, we know that her total is 95. That's how many she read in 2 days. She read 49 the first day. We don't know how many the second day, but we know that 49 plus something equals 95, or 95 minus 49 equals something. Well, I can add 1 in my head to get to 50. I'm going to do a number line in my head. Plus 45. So I know that she read 46 pages on the second day. Okay, now I have a fun problem that they do in third grade a lot, where I have two numbers have a sum of 15. But I don't know what those numbers are, other than that one of them is 3 bigger than the other. Notice it says the difference is 3. So I'm going to make one of them 3 bigger. And together they equal 15. Now, I could just guess and say, well, if I know that's a 5 and a 5, so 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Nope. So that needs to be a 6 and a 6, because now this one is 6 and that one is 9, equals 15. Now I could have written an equation and said 2 numbers plus 3 equals 15. And then take away 3 from both sides and get 2 numbers equal 12. So half one number equals 6 and the other number equals 6. But then you have to add the 3 to it. Okay, Ed had 280 toy cards and he gave some to his brother. Now he has 148. So I start out with 280 and I give 148 away. Well, 280 minus 140 equals 140, minus another 8 equals 132. So he has 132 cars. Now again, your students won't be able to do that in your head. You're going to teach them the strategies to solve the math. We're just working on what the problem looks like in a bar model. Mr. James drove 75 miles last week. Mr. Miller drove 48 miles, so Mr. James drove 75. Mr. Miller drove 48. It wants to know who drove farther. Well, Mr. James did, because his bar is longer. And it wants to know how many more, so it wants to know this. So 75 minus 48 equals, or 48 plus some number equals 75. Well, I'm going to do the addition. 48 plus 2 is 50, plus 25, so 27 miles. And Ty and Jen started out with an equal number of stickers. So we don't know how many stickers they have, but it's the equal. So we have Ty and Jen. Ty lost 11, so we're going to get rid of 11. And Jen found 15, so she's going to get 15 more. Now all they want to know is how many more stickers Jen had at the end. We don't care how many, just how many more. So she has the 15 that she found and the 11 that he lost. So she has 26 more stickers. Great job. Keep practicing.